Sam wakes up to find messages from her friends on her phone and a paper bird on her bed that his sister has left. To have breakfast, and after being mean to her parents, Sam gets ready to go to school when her younger sister Izzy tells her that she has forgotten her gloves, but Sam appreciates it. Complained about having his belongings touched. Sam was picked up by her friend Lindsay, and then they go to pick up Ellie and Elodie. The girls know that Sam planning to spend tonight with her popular boyfriend for the first time, so Elodie protects Sam when they all bully him. Later at school, Mr. Daimler started the class with a really bad joke, and it stopped several girls who brings rose flowers for Comed Day, which causes Anna to complain that she is in contradictory hell. Sam receives a regular rose with a message from her boyfriend, who reduces the need for him to be more open about feelings, but that she is also surprised to get another flower with a poem which claims to know the real Sam. After class, Kent walks up to Sam and asks if he wants her. Rose liked what she got. Then he tells her that he is having a party and asks her if she is coming, but Sam declined the invitation. Later during lunch, Sam's boyfriend Rob kisses Sam, and he stops by to promise her a perfect night. The girls starts gossiping and saying bad things to people, e.g. making fun of Anna's breakup with her girlfriend. When Juliet passes by, they also make fun of her, that she is a lonely girl whom other people think is crazy, based on what she looks like in her drawings. Then it is revealed that the girls sent him a rose with a mean card as a prank. When Sam finds out that everyone is going to Kent's party, so she decides to go too, so the girls get together to prepare for the party. And Lindsay gives Sam advice about herself for the first time. At the party, Kent tries to get Sam's attention, but she ignores him. She gets distracted and accidentally bumps into Rob, who, already drunk and beautiful. Sam detaches from his behavior and rejoins his friends. Girls dancing and having fun. And as the night goes on, Juliet appears. Lindsay goes to make fun of him, and Juliet whips at him, insults him, and calls out the entire group for their behavior. She says it's no wonder Lindsay's parents divorced, much to Lindsay's disdain, and asked him to go home. Juliet tries to fight Lindsay, but a guy pulls her back and Lindsay does, throwing beer at him, further insulting him. Soon, everyone at the party, including Sam, throws beer at her and insults her, so Juliet runs away crying. When Kent comes to ask what is wrong, he was disgusted to know what had happened, and that Sam was a part of it. He also tells her that Rob throwing in the kitchen, worried about the whole situation. The girls agree to go. When driving home, they feel quite awkward, but they soon distract themselves with some music. Sam checks his phone to see it's 12:39, and suddenly, the car hits something on the road, hit by a truck. Everything goes black. And moments later, Sam wakes up in his room. He looks around in disbelief. In his phone, it's the same date and the same messages, and when Izzy comes to wake her up, Sam says it's Saturday, which makes Izzy laugh. Since to Sam taking so long, Lindsay comes in to check on her. And when Sam asks her what happened last night, so Lindsay talks about Thursday, which confirms it for Sam, that the day has begun. Sam goes about his day, noticing that all things are exactly the same, his friends teasing him in the car and protecting him. Daimler started the class with a bad joke, Anna said. Complained about the flowers, and the delivery lady bring 2 roses to girl Sam. In front, Kent refuses to take it, and when he later follows him in the hallway, so she can guess everything he will say, and rejects it. When the girls, while getting ready for the party, Sam expresses his concern that she feels uncomfortable, but his friends him, called to relax and have fun. At the party, everything occurs in the same way. Kent. She tries to get his attention, and Rob is drunk and rude. Panicked again, Sam runs to hide in a room and finds Kent's scrapboard. Before he closely, as soon as Kent finds her, she leaves quickly. Back at the party, Juliet arrives, and the same fight ensues. But this time Sam doesn't join in the insults. The girls get in the car and Sam time is known, so he asks Lindsay to keep an eye on the truck, but Lindsay doesn't see a truck. The car runs over something, and only once. This sends them crashing into a truck that suddenly appears. Again, Sam woke up to your alarm in your bed. When Izzy comes to wake him up, Sam says he's not very well. His mother It comes to check, not crossing that line. Sam pulls on the floor, and him accepts to stay in bed for a while, as long as he can be taken to school later. When they reach school, Mom says Sam should feel lucky that he popular because she didn't come back in the day. But Sam says she thinks her mother is beautiful. Later during lunch, Sam confesses to the other girls that she and Rob are having issues. When Juliet passes by, Sam asks why they hate him. But Lindsay does, just said he's a freak. When girls say that, she wants to go to the party, so Sam lets her. Agreed to have a sleepover instead, thinking that this will stop the loop. The girls agree, and Lindsay texts Rob that Sam can't go because of his period bleeding. Kent then comes to give her flowers and invites him to the party, and Sam. This time he turns him down more politely. Girls have a lot of fun at sleepovers, etc. As the night passes, Sam keeps his eyes on time. When it changes to 12:40 and nothing happens, Sam feels very relieved and tells his friends that she loves them, which the others laugh at. The girls fall asleep, but a moment later, they wakes up to a bunch of text messages, and this. She is shocked to know that Juliet has deleted herself. Girls don't know what to feel because their mocking could have caused it, but Lindsay is upset at the result, which causes Eli to her. Reminds that she used to be friends with Juliet before he and Elodie drift off to sleep in the other room. Asks Sam Lindsay about this revelation, but Lindsay doesn't want to talk about it. The next morning, Sam wakes up to find that he repeats again on the same day and gets frustrated because he did the job right, yet someone died. She starts living the same day over and over, always waking up in the same place. But no matter what she does, nothing changes.
The next morning,
To Sam,
wakes up to see
realizing that if she doesn't really do anything, so she will end everything.
anyway.
They begins by wearing more revealing clothes than usual, and when her mother, she calls him on it, so she tells the whole family before leaving. On the way to school, when Elodie tries to protect Sam, she pounces on him. His friends him. They call out on his behavior, but Sam yells at them, and he calls them for all that they are. The back of the other is said to be behind. From this to Lindsay, Sam gets out of the car. After walking to school, Sam continues to behave differently. They throws Rose in the trash and flirts with Daimler, who, it doesn't come for that. When she returns to her seat, she finds a note from Sam that says, "It's not you," but she ends it. After class, to Sam ignored by her friend group. Then Juliet alone sees doing his dark art, remembering the party. And feeling taking offense, Sam runs to hide in the bathroom. There, he encounters Anna, who takes him as her own, teases for new clothes. Both talk and connect to such an extent that they exchange shoes. Anna concluded that high school is just a blip on the radar. And when Sam asks if he thinks he's the one living the same day over and over again, Anna replies that this is her life. Later, Sam goes to Kent's party and meets Elodie. She asks him to apologize, saying that the group should get along because his friends are all he has. Sam approaches Lindsay, but instead of apologizing, she called him out for being rude and dishonest again. This saying that she is paying the price now. That's it. The moment Juliet arrives, so does Sam averted the situation by finding Rob and eventually him. Drags to do for the first time when they hear the sound of fighting from the other room. Rob tells Sam, "I love you," just because that's what she wants to hear. And after they're done, Sam is pretty upset about the whole situation. She runs off to cry in a random room, where Kent finds her and tries to comfort her. They took her to his bed and held her hand as they share a moment. When his phone goes off, Sam asks him not to answer. Because this something will be bad, she tells Kent to stay with her until she falls asleep. The next day, Sam realizes that not caring makes everything worse. Instead of them, decides to make her day worthwhile. That day spends time in the woods with Izzy so that she give the sister some advice and reveal that Lindsay. She used to make fun of him when he was a child. That night, the whole family had a great time at a restaurant, ate food. Sam wonders if that one a good person, and her mother says she is. Then Sam decides to go to Kent's party and enters his room, where he gets a picture when there were children. Kent soon finds her, and she recalls the time Sam got hurt, pretending to be a flying squirrel, and the time when Sam stood up for her after her father's death. He explains that when he becomes her heroine, and then the two share a kiss. This moments later, they hear a commotion, and Sam realizes it's Juliet and Lindsay are, so she runs outside to try to stop the fight. Unfortunately, it is too late, and Juliet, once again, she leaves crying. Sam follows her into the woods, and they don't stop until they do not reach the side of the road. By Juliet taunting Sam about how horrible he and the others were, and how he and Lindsay were friends. They explains how she will stay with Lindsay during her parents' divorce, and this is it. It got so bad that Lindsay started wetting the bed. When they were kids during a class camping trip, Lindsay accuses Juliet of wetting her sleeping bag, and since then, she has been seen as a strange person. That's when they hear Lindsay's car approaching, and Juliet runs down the street. Sam looks on in horror, and he realizes that Juliet is the one he first saw. The bar was hit. Now that she has learned this, Sam knows that what to do during the following loop the next morning. Sam is polite to his parents, and thanking her sister for getting the gloves. She also hugs them all, and tells that she loves them. Of the car. She behaves normally during the ride, but later at school, she tells the other girls why she loves each of them. Then she goes to buy 2 deliveries of roses, sends one to Juliet with a note that never it doesn't take long, and a Kant says that his is a hero. During class, she admires Anna on her shoes, and that in the hallway Kent is happy to accept the invitation. At lunch, Sam breaks up with Rob, and he tells his friends that he doesn't deserve it. When Juliet walks by, Sam, he doesn't let others make fun of him. Later at the party, Sam hugs Lindsay and tells her she doesn't have to work hard all the time. Then she finds Kent and kisses him again, saying she loves him. At this very moment, Juliet arrives, but Sam prevents her from entering the house and said she knew what she did, planning to do. Then Sam admits how terrible she is. They and Juliet run away. Sam tries to run after him, and when Kent stops him, Sam kisses her and tells her to trust him before going after Juliet. After a long run in the forest, Sam tries to talk to Juliet so that she out of his dark judgment. Juliet's still determined to delay herself, so when she is about to jump, Sam pushes her out of the way and her gets hit by a truck instead. Sam's body is lying lifeless on the road because his soul will cherish all the best moments of his life, sees through the eyes of Juliet, runs to the body, and fails to wake him up, so she devastated, saying that Sam saved her. But Sam's watchful spirit says Juliet was the one who saved Sam.